Fuck it, we'll do it live. Here we are today. No intro. We got the 4 amigos for the first time, and maybe the show's history. I don't know.
We did it once before. I think.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't know. Well, the last time I saw you guys, I don't know what episode this is. Honestly, no clue.
But I haven't seen your face in a month, KBM. Like genuinely, you don't. He turns up to every single call that we do face off. Like there's been general worry about what KBM looked like for the last month.
Yeah, well, look, the same. We are trying to get a health goal regimen. You know, what is it? I'm trying to think of some like cool alliteration for September, like slim down September.
Slim down September. It's for Gumball, right?
Slim down September.
Effect, yeah, I think I'm going to go to the Gumball for a couple days. So
what's Bumble?
Gumball is the Gumball is the rally that we're sponsoring across Europe. I'm not allowed to go.
All I heard was slim down for Bumble, and I was just like, okay.
Bumble.
What's going on there?
Schoolboy humor from you consistently, right? That's what you bring to the table. Yeah. So I, as a friend and as a fellow manager of the business, was like to KBM, look, me and you, we're going to do like a health thing. I create an Excel thing of like body weight, body fat percentage, and strain. And I put it in his diary that we'd meet every Wednesday at 7:30 a.m. We go through it all. And KBM was like, yeah, like really, really want to get into this. He's missed 3 weeks in a row. 3 weeks in a row. He's just canceled at the last minute. Haven't seen it.
Yeah. Needless to say, Slim Down September hasn't started hot, but it was August, and now we're back though. I'm feeling good. I am feeling good.
You look good.
Plunge. Yeah, I'm back on cameras. I'm back. But no, here we are. I haven't been paying attention to the market, so I don't know what the hell's going on there.
Don't worry about it.
Some crazy shit going on recently.
Yeah, Kook's been cancelled for about the third time since he came on as a co-host. It's a new one this week. It's a new one.
Back. I'm already back though. I think my name.
Well, yeah, before I came on the show, I saw a Clement video. He was not being very nice to you. I was like, what happened?
They made a video.
Did the Pokémon guys not like you? I thought you guys were okay with each other.
I think Easy likes me. We talk about trades and stuff on the timeline. So I mean, they might not like me, but they respect me. That's the thing.
Not anymore after this one.
Yeah.
Well, it's people. I got a tweet for you to read about grave dancing and why I get more of it than everyone. You go scroll the timeline, you'll see it. But yeah, it's not really too hard to figure out what's happening and why it happens this way to me. They're going to celebrate Gainzy for a misclick, but they're going to grave dance me all day and make videos, right? It's a little weird.
Can you explain this misclick thing to me? What happened? He just misclicked and full stacks his coin.
Let's stick with Kook first. Let's not go straight to taking shots at Gainzy.
Sorry.
Okay, you want me to explain
tell us the piece about what happened? Yeah. Because am I right? This happened at like 4 a.m. where you are as well, where I am.
Yeah. So this is what happened. It's so I clicked a bad link is the TLDR, but how did it happen? I mean, the first thing, I try to be really, really safe. Like I stopped clicking links about a year ago, like full stop. My Telegram is completely locked down. Like it costs money to message me. That's just to keep scammers out and keep messages out. I don't answer messages. It's hard to get a hold of me in DMs. I don't click anything. If you're a contact, you can DM me. So I was socially engineered into clicking a Notion link. And I actually asked Rock if the link was okay. Like I'm a boomer, so that was my like DD. Basically, a trusted contact had gone through another trusted contact that I know, and some team wanted to meet me, and they were like, wanted to know what I thought about this protocol for a potential deal, like not a shit coin. It was like some kind of a private equity launch pad or whatever. I was never even in the group. My guy was talking to them about it and decided it sounded kind of cool. He sent me the details from them, which was like their Twitter account and a blurb about the project and a Notion link. And I read the stuff. I looked at their account. I'm like, all right, it's interesting enough to click the Notion link. And so I never do that on my computer. I do it on like an old phone. And I asked Rock, he said the link's clean. It's a Notion link. And I clicked it. And then it opens up. It lands on like a Notion page. Read the little thing. Decided it was kind of, I'm like, this is kind of iffy. I don't know. Like, it's not going to work. Like I said, it was like a launch pad for launching like private equity type stuff. Read it, closed it. That was pretty late. Like it was around midnight or something. And I went to bed. And then I got woken up, like I had, I don't know, 700 missed calls from 50 people. And eventually I got woken up. My phone's always on silent. But yeah, and then it was just mayhem trying to figure out what was going on. But basically, clicking the Notion link took, that phone was logged into X. And so it took the session token. And a guy helped me this morning. Like once I was figuring it out, I noticed that there was these active sessions when I went into Twitter trying to figure out what's going on. And this is like 4:30 a.m. They're still posting and like deleting, posting, deleting. And I saw like Pump Fun mobile app session, and I'm like, what the fuck? Like I never downloaded the Pump Fun app. I've never used it. It looks cool. Like I'm not fudding it. I just whatever. I'm not really like deep in the trenches right now. I haven't used the app. And I went in to look at open sessions like in the Twitter settings, and there was like a bunch of them. And so I just closed them all. Like there's a button to like log out all sessions, and that got them out. Then I re-logged in my own sessions or whatever, and then, so then they're out of my Twitter. And then I talked to a guy, like security guy, and I was like deconstructing what happened, and I didn't know it was the Notion link at this point. It's not like it came up with a flashing warning saying this is a scam. And I sent the guy, and like the only thing I did weird was click this link, and I sent it to him, and he like analyzed it, and he actually sent me back a video of, and like slowed it down, and the link like went to some weird URL and then redirects the Notion. And then he explained to me how it like took the session token and took cookies and all this stuff. So I had to like go wipe all that stuff. But basically, yeah, TLDR, bad link. Like scams are crazy now, man.
You can just click a link and it just takes over your Twitter.
It I guess gave them some kind of active session token. Like if you go into your settings, you can see like Chrome and the location and like the app, like anything that has access to your Twitter. And so it added like the scammer's device or whatever, I guess. And then they could post, and they could like delete posts, and then they could log into Pump Fun as my Twitter account. And that's why they were saying like there was posts like when it was happening, there was posts being like, it's his wallet, like here's the proof, here's his account on Pump Fun and all this stuff. And they were the wallets that were being used by my account, air quotes, on Pump Fun. But none of it was me. And then, yeah, I kicked them out. So like it should all be clean now. And now I'm back to, I think I'll never click a link again. And for anybody listening, like these scams are crazy. And I'm not even, I don't click links. I don't meet new people. I don't go into groups. Like I'm pretty locked down on this stuff. I think for people mid-size in crypto where you're like doing a lot of that and clicking a lot of different links and doing stuff, like you got to be really, really careful. I'm shocked I got scammed this way, to be honest. It's a little embarrassing. And I feel really bad for anybody that got scammed by the stuff that was posted. I'm really sorry. But yeah, that's what happened, man. It was a Notion link. And Grok told me it was good, but it's not like I expect Grok to really know, right? The guy who handled it after was like, yeah, this is what happened in great detail. Showed it to me.
Yeah, I think some people are just never going to believe this sort of stuff, right? Like people, you do see you are a bit of a public enemy, but I do think that is I can imagine that happening. And like, I also think that now I was thinking about it a bit more, like because of the link into Pump Fun, anyone whose account actually does get hacked, they're going to do this, right?
Yeah, this will be a big scam. And obviously I would
account gets hacked, they'll create a coin.
And I would be a pretty big target. Like it's right after Mitch's coin launched, right? It just flew. Like that was a great launch. Like the coin's sick. I actually bought it. Like, and so if I was a scammer, I'd be trying to target other guys to launch a coin on the back of that. To like, you know, that's the time to do it. But yeah, it was like, if there's any doubt, even when I was getting them out, like some guy had already written a big post doing some forensics on the wallets, and they traced it back to like wallets that have hacked Twitters and launched other scams in the past, like in this network of wallets. So it's pretty definitive it's not me. You'll still get haters being like, oh, whatever. But I wrote a post about why that is, right? I think it's pretty undeniable. I've never seen somebody get so much hate, bro. So much grave dancing. Why would they talk about a guy who doesn't even make the Twitter list all day, bro? Come on. This is top 5 status. Like, it's undeniable.
We've got time to get to that. We've got time to get to the Twitter list. But yeah, I think people don't like the paid shields. That's what they don't like. But I've always been like, as you always say, it's like a filter of you got to understand the takes with the shields. And I think you have really good takes. But I think that just means that whenever anything happens, like you're gonna get people are gonna come for you, and they already have like a number of times, even since you kind of came on the show. But I do think,
dude, it's happened way before I came on this show. Like this has been, I don't know how I grew. Like a year and a half ago, I had 9,000 followers. I have 0 bots. They're just all one by one. I don't do any engagement games. I don't even like cooperate with the WAGMI people trying to collectively grow all their accounts. I'm just an individual, and so. That's got to be frustrating to watch, bro.
So then we had the second thing of the day, which actually just happened when we went live, which was absolutely insane. It appears Gainzy was sniping his own token yesterday. Well, he buying his own token. I don't know how else you'd call it, and then went to sell it today. Is that what happened? And he only meant to sell a little bit and then sold a lot. What did I miss about that?
Honestly, like I'm out of the loop, but I'm in private chats with him, obviously, and he said he literally just fucking misclicked on his phone. I mean,
I'm sure that's true. I'm 100%.
It is true. It is true. He's not lying. He full
Wait a
stacked
second.
Oh no, it's 5 months ago. 5 months ago before this.
Can we just appreciate for a second that you guys are instantly 100% sure that a Gainzy misclick is totally fine? It was an accident. It has to be. And even now you're like, oh, well, they're not going to believe you, Kook. Like the Kook misclick is everybody wants to.
I'm just telling you the realities of this situation. All right. Yeah. I believe you.
And I'm just saying it's pretty, it's interesting.
I'm telling you the realities of we all like, I came on and said, look, I definitely think you got hacked. I've told you that I don't think you're like that, but the timeline is the timeline, and they want to believe Gainzy, and you get the grave dancing. But I do think, yeah, you're right to call it out.
I think it's bullish. Like I'm not complaining about it.
I think he's buying. Did he buy it back? I mean, he might have. I don't know. I mean, I know him personally. He wouldn't do this, but yeah, I mean, same with Kook. So the timeline is the timeline, though. That is a fucking hilarious play, though. Just like what?
The thing I don't get is that, like, I guess the circumstantial evidence around this as well is like Gainzy is perhaps one of the only accounts that could really benefit from this change to like pump fund. Like probably in the top 2, right? Him and Mitch would be like, okay, these guys can really gain from these creator fees and all that. And he's essentially the next day turned around.
Well, he makes more money off the nuke, right? It's volume based dynamic fees, so. Now that line going back up, it's going to make more money.
Here we go.
Yeah, there you go. It was a ploy to get the volume.
Maybe you know, I can see why you can see that sort of incentive. I
like Gainzy. I'm sure he misclicked. I'm just saying it's an interesting contrast the way that they treat a Gainzy misclick and a Kook misclick. That's all.
Yeah, no.
I would say objectively, clicking a wrong Notion link from a social engineering, not quite the same as dumping your own coin bar and a misclick. Like,
well, here's the thing.
Level.
Mine is objectively proven to be a hack, and his can't be. His, to believe it was a misclick, you have to just trust the man, right? Whereas mine, it's already, some guy already traced it to all these scam wallets, a scam network running other rugs. Like it's a fact, man. You know, and they don't want to believe the fact, but they want to trust Gainzy. I'm just saying it's interesting. That's all. I believe Gainzy.
I'm actually really scared about your thing though, because, and I said this, like, imagine OSF if you click one of these links, right? They just create a pump fun coin. Same for you, KBM. Same for me. I mean, I've already done it.
Bro, mine, I'm washed. It wouldn't even go up.
No, it would.
Didn't make the list.
Didn't make. Oh, let's talk about the list then. KBM not on the list. Kook not on the list.
That's not surprising to me.
OSF fifth in the top.
I'm tier D on the list.
Tier D. Mando 13th. Now,
Threadguy, wasn't it?
I go on Threadguy show quite a bit, so maybe there was a bit of that. But what did you guys make of the list? Because I would agree that there were some questionable characters on this list.
Wait, this was made by Threadguy, right?
This is made by Threadguy.
On fucking Sunday, Threadguy texted me, "Come on the show this week. I have it right here."
And you didn't go. That's why you're not on the list.
Why not on the list, man?
He texted me on Sunday to come on the show, and that was like pre-list. But the best, I ghosted him.
You got replaced by Frank.
So to be clear, if you would have got like a 1,000%, if you had responded to that and got on the show, KBM, you would have made the list.
I ghosted him. I'm gonna actually text him right now.
You should maybe be public with it, man. You should be public with that. That's incredible. Kook, I saw you take umbrage to this. OSF, I actually watched what he said, and he basically said, someone in the comments said, "Oh, OSF's too low, Mando's too high." And he responded, "Yeah, they're probably about even around 30." So I think we kind of just came in as who comes in more on his show rather than anything more than that. But Kook being off the list was actually a more controversial take on the timeline. I think he should have been on the list.
What is the? I guess like the main question is, what is this list? Like, what is it supposed to be?
Yeah, I don't know.
Best traders on CT. Hence, Razmir is
it traders?
No, it's
not
not
best
pure trading.
traders.
It's everything. I think it's just broadly the best CT accounts.
Yeah, I think it's valuable. It's who you are seen as a valuable follow.
Right. Okay.
I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't think I should be on the list anymore.
But no, dude, you
should.
I was shocked.
Everyone else is so bullish.
Yeah.
Now I just post about YEET, so it's like, I guess that should be S tier then.
If I was to put together a top 10, I would actually think that it's the S tier I don't have that much of an issue with, apart from like maybe one or two. Like, I think Ansem is probably the number one account on CT. I do think he's called the market not that well, since he called it really well from the dip. You know, like Solana was at 300, he was like, this is going all the way back down. But then kind of chopped himself up on like trying to call the rebound, and like he was good for hype, but he's definitely been relevant the whole time, and I do think he should still be number one. Kobe's obviously up there. Murad's had quite a cycle. Like, you can't deny it. He does have some motion to him. Frank, I think, is the more question one there. And then the rest of that list is, I do think it's, like, yeah, I know some of those, like, with Murad and Guy, they have, like, belief coins around them, right? And you could argue that is, like, its own segment. But they've definitely made people money.
Well, check the chart for the Guy coins, maybe. You can cycle through 20 slides and maybe...
Yeah. So, but that happened to Murad too, right? I don't think the story is maybe over for Guy, but I do think he's had some motion about him. Like, if you follow him at the right times,
undeniable.
But below that, I think it does become a little bit like some of these I wouldn't really put as high for sure. Who would be in your top 5? You think? Who's your top 5, Kook? Because I reckon your top 5 is kind of an interesting top 5 because it wouldn't be the standard ones.
No, I mean, Ansem's the GOAT, right? Like, I got Ansem at the top for sure. I think it's, whether he had a couple missteps after the top, he nailed the soul trade, like, from the bottom of the bear market. And, like, he brought so many people to crypto and memes. Like, everybody who made money on memes, Ansem is a part of that. I think he's a good guy. Like, he's smart, he's exciting, he's positive, he's entertaining. Like, he's the GOAT for sure, undeniable. Was happy to see him in number 1. I would have had a big issue if it wasn't him. And I mean, after that top 5, it's kind of put me on the spot a bit. But Kobe, yeah, that makes sense to me. I don't know about Murad or Frank. Like, Main, yeah, like the top 10, pretty good. Flood, I don't know, lesser known, maybe not top 10, but yeah. Ansem and Kobe, like, it's easier to say Ansem should be number 1.
I think, like, the ones that I've actually followed and I thought have had good calls for the last year or so, it may be controversial, but I think Moon Overlord's actually been very good. He's called a lot of things. He's like kind of a bit of a Marmite character, but if you actually follow some of the stuff he's been involved in, he's actually...
Bro, he bought the top. He used to be in my comments as a reply guy. Like, he's cool enough, but... Bro, he bought the top on Ordinals and kept telling me how everybody was going to go Bitcoin artifacts and all this stuff. And, like, I just sold out of this stuff.
Is this
Muno?
Yeah, I unfollowed that guy about 2 years ago because he just chatted garbage. And he's one of those guys who just says about 1 billion things, but only gets remembered for, like, the handful of things he writes on. But you can say 1 billion things and be right on, like, 1 of them, right? Or 3 of them. So I think personally he's not a good follow.
The thing is, a lot of these guys are just cool guys, and I like following people with takes. This is my point about this. Like, there's not often that I see, like, a lot of these guys are just one trade sort of people, or they don't have takes on like the market. What I like is I think he actually has takes, and I find that useful.
Yeah, he has a billion takes, and they're always like, most of them are wrong. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just gets remembered for like a handful of takes that were right, but then there's like so many that were wrong. So
who's your guy for takes then? Who do you like? You actually have quite a strange, like if it's not Tommy Robinson, like who else are you following on?
Oh, my goat, by the way. I love Tommy.
But OSF is like, he's ready. He is ready to join the protests on the 13th of September.
I'm going through a moment in my life right now.
Bro, you should see my chat. This is world issues more than crypto, bro. I'm with you.
Get him in
you know who Kook would get on quite well with, actually? Cowley.
Oh, 1000%. We have to make that introduction.
That's a connection that needs to be made.
He's the other co-founder of Canary Labs, also of that sort of ilk, let's say. Who's your top 5 then? OSF.
I really like, there's this very underrated guy called Saint Pump. Yeah, who I think was guy, right? Yeah, he was like top on Binance or whatever. I think he has pretty good takes. Like, he seems to be right more often than not. I really like Nachi, Alpha with Hat. He's had good takes and good calls, and he's another like Binance top trader. Like these are the guys who are actually swinging around like massive size.
Nachi,
Nachi, like Alpha with Hat.
High stakes cap. He's got to be up there. I was surprised he wasn't on the list.
Yeah, and then for sure. And then who's that guy? Rhino. I like Rhino's takes as well. Battle Rhino. He's pretty good.
Yeah.
He's often like long short stuff, and he's generally like, I think, on the money. Those 3 guys I think are sort of a bit more underrated because they're not really engagement farmers. They're not really shit posters, and they sort of are in like the kind of like lower. They're not over the 100K range in terms of followers, but I think those guys, in my opinion, are pretty good. I mean, this tier list is not necessarily like the best alpha. I think it's just generally people who are worth the follow, whether they provide comedic value, whether they're good at shit posting, whether they like ZachXBT. And on the whole, in terms of my take on this list is, on the whole, in terms of like how current this list is, it's pretty current. Like, sure, yeah, it's missing some big people, but you know, like, what's the point in putting GCR on this list if he's not tweeting, right? It's not going to help anyone out.
Yeah.
So, I do think this is actually a pretty good list of people. Of like, there isn't. A lot of people are like, oh, you know, this list is so weird, but there isn't anyone on this list who I wouldn't follow, I think, or who I don't follow. Whether I follow them because they're funny, or whether I follow them because they're a bit too outlandish, whether I follow them because I think they're a good trader. Like, I think it's a good list.
To be honest, like and this is why I like you as a follow, KBM. Like, if you are stuck on CT, a lot of it is just bull posting, like you said. And so some of my favorite follows are either people who are early to narratives, right? And they can crash out and be completely wrong. Like, we just spoke about Moon Overlord. He's been early to some things. He gets it wrong other times. I also think you're very early to narratives, Kook. So, like, you're a great follow for me. And I would say someone like ICO Beast has been pretty early to a few things this year. They're not like, you can't make millions on it, but they're often like good farming opportunities or like what's coming up. So he's been a good follow. And then it's like contrarian people, not just people that are bull posting the whole time. So like, I like KBM because he looks at macro. And so when he's tweeting about like, oh, tech stocks look overvalued, or this is going to happen, yeah, you're not always right. But I like to have that in my rear view mirror at all times. Like, oh, okay, this could happen. The other person that people I find like are contrarian. I mean, Cole is not a terrible person to follow for that sort of stuff. Like, he is pretty contrarian when you want him to be. I think High Stakes Capital also goes both ways quite a lot, and I like that about him. So like, he knows when he's like, oh, you know, I'm not that bullish on the market right now, and I think that helps. Main does as well. I would say, but I think he's playing for smaller wins often rather than like big trades. He's often looking for like not my sort of trading style, I would say. And then maybe like Thicky. Thicky's a good follow. Like he does that sort of stuff, like more detailed, orientated stuff about that. Those would be amongst my like, okay, well, but you're like all of CT is just bullish. So like you kind of want to have my best followers are often the followers where it's like they're more contrarian and you want to always follow that. Or they're early or contrarian. I always tend to find are the best follows. You guys have any other accounts like that you think are early to stuff or contrarian?
Well,
Capo?
I will say, oh my god,
That's wrong. The thing is, he's just wrong. Like he's
just wrong, isn't he? He's not even contrarian.
It's just wrong too often.
Poor guy. He still has me blocked because I asked him how he was doing after things rallied a little bit in 2022 off the lows, and then since then he blocked me because I just said, "Hey, how you doing?"
I think Capo could be a psyop, but Mando, I agree with you. I think like I always had this, or maybe I developed it over time. But when it comes to investing, I'm naturally a permabull. Like I'm always bullish, and I agree with you. CT is always bullish, and somehow the majority of CT, it's like whether you're bullish or bearish, people treat it almost like a religion. Like if I post like a bearish take, they're like, "But you were bullish a month ago," and like they come for me in my comments. And where I'm going with this is that's why I was surprised KBM wasn't on the list, because I value following KBM, even though he's a perma bear. It's intelligently. No, you're not a perma bear, but like you have to seek out.
That's when I like the posts, though, dude. Honestly, that's
what I mean. Like, if I'm naturally a perma bull, and I'm always surrounded by this bullish information on CT, and like in financials, like you can seek out anything to confirm your own bias. And so I specifically try to also mix in things that are against my bias, and you want the best information that's against your bias. So yeah, like you're very valuable as an occasional bear posting account to me, and you need that. So I find that kind of thing really valuable, and you should have been on the list for that at the very least. You're like one of 10 bears on CT, and you're like probably the smartest one.
Yeah, I would agree that like not always bearish, but publicly bearish, I think is quite important there. And I think there's a few others who like trade up and down, like more of the levered traders type, like the XO and that sort of crew, but they're not as good follows, I don't think, just for like general takes. But it's interesting, like he got a lot of shit for this from like the audience watching were like, no, we want like the trenches, like who's the trenches to follow. And like the new crop of CT is just like so opposite to the old group, right? Like,
bro, it's woke, and then it swung super right, like WAGME era. Like if you remember, NFTs was just WAGME, woke, like LGBTQ CT basically. And the trenchers, like the new generation of Zoomer trenchers, are just like aggressive, mean, violent trolls. It's like the furthest right you can go on CT. It's just the pendulum swinging. I like both. Well, no, I don't like the WAGME shit. Even though the violent trolls attack me sometimes, it's cool. I like it.
Yeah. Look at this. This was the CT list from last cycle.
I don't even know like any of these people. Like,
no, come on, go back.
I know like 10 of them.
Dan Robinson, Vitalik.
Who the hell is Dan Robinson?
Yeah, Bitcoin Bull. Taran Chitra is the guy, the VC guy. I mean, a lot of these SBF basically related, but these are more like theoretical sort of guys. I actually don't think these are the best traders to follow, apart from maybe Suzu. And obviously that doesn't work out well all the time. I do think this was more of a trading list to follow, but I also think that the next list, like they wanted like fucking Cupsy as like number one to follow. I mean,
that's purely for trenches, right? Like,
right, but that's what all the new guys are doing.
Yeah,
or at least if you watch the stream, that's what it's about.
It's crazy, isn't it? Like, imagine if you got into crypto in the last 12 months and all you really know is trenching, and you missed like the days of just NFT mania, or like being able to buy something like Pepe or Doge, which just went crazy and parabolic, and like you didn't have to spend like 27 hours a day like in front of your screens grinding. Like you would just come in, literally buy anything, and it would go up 100x, and all you had to do was hold. Like it's just, it used to be like so easy, and now all these guys think they have to like, I don't know, think that the new like
It's hard out there now.
Yeah, it's just the game's changed so much.
The game's gone.
The game's gone. Yeah.
The game's gone.
Well, the game will come back. Like I have a take on that. Yeah, I look at it like this. So I think I wrote about this yesterday, but 2025 trenchers are the equivalent of like summer 2022 or 2023 cartoon people, right? Like people that come into crypto in a particular meta or like a particular bull cycle, often like most of those people are going to fall in love with the thing that brought them success and kept them there. And so the hardcore trenchers now, like most of them probably won't ever step outside of the trenches. And because of that, they will miss the next exponential wealth creation meta in crypto, just like cartoon maxis missed memes. The form that memes took in the trenches. Like if you were in Telegram in the trenches in fall 2023 or fall 2024 and you saw Whiff and you recognized what it was going to kick off, shout out to GCR because he talks about that in this tweet from years ago. Where as soon as you notice the trend, like max your capital, foot on the gas. And as people are realizing slowly over time, as the cycle goes on, they're shoving more and more capital in. And that's when you're pulling your foot off the gas. You have to be nimble and keep an open mind to do that. And so cartoon people didn't transition very well to memes. And I don't think that trench people will transition very well to next thing, which could be a while, but there will be a next thing. All we ever do is redress the Ponzi.
So maybe let's talk about the next thing. Because this week, I think prediction markets continue to be there. I think we did a big segment on that last week. I don't think we necessarily need to go into it again, but it's definitely like been of interest to a number of different people. But this week, another thing that you mentioned, Kook, which has been a good follow, has been tokenized Pokemon cards. This has now become the new thing.
Bro, what do you got to do to get on this list if I'm early to everything, bro? But yeah, that's just a joke for you. But RWAs, yeah, my view is that the only like really good fit for RWAs and crypto is tokenized collectibles. Collectibles are a $500 billion a year market, like estimated 300 to 500. Yeah, in the tweet. And so tokenizing these and putting them on chain, and like cards specifically, you have a few protocols now, and I allude to them in this, but
the biggest one is it's called cards.
I think we already did all this like 2 years ago.
We did, but not to like this. They did it on Rally. Rally did it, but like there was an issue. You had to own tokenized shares, and it wasn't liquid.
We tokenized NFTs.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
No, but they have your Pokemon. Like you can go on. I bought a bunch of Pokemon cards, and I'm like I write about this as an example.
I got some back there.
Sick. Like Pokemon money. Cards. I think Pokemon cards in the last 30 years or something, they're like the best performing asset that exists or something. Like don't quote me, but they outperform stocks for sure and a lot of other stuff. But yeah, so I think it's the only market where like this RWA stuff on chain and the way that these protocols do it, they have your card sealed and graded and in a vault and climate controlled and whatever, and you can list your NFT that represents the card on their marketplace, or you can burn the NFT and they'll ship you the card. And the point is, real life example, I've always thought Pokemon cards were cool and I always wanted to buy some, but like entering that market IRL is a bit difficult. There's a lot of friction. How do you do it? How do you know how to buy the cards? And like, it's just something I wasn't going to do it. But now I can just go, you get your gambling loot box fix too, because you can go and like put money in this gacha. I got a holographic Charizard because I did a $500 spin in this like Pokemon original base set gacha, and I was spinning them looking for the good cards. And this will actually bring like massive liquidity to this market and massive amounts of new traders and massive amounts of volume. I think collectibles, yeah, best fit for RWAs. Nothing's close.
It does feel like this is the trade. The protocol or the main platform for this is this cards coin, is now just did a 6x in the last 24 hours. And a lot of people are talking about this as...
What do you want to like fucking own the cards in your house yourself? I don't know, man.
I'm surprised this is done well because there's been so many like different types of these things.
Well,
that
if I had to bet, if I was a betting man, this is going to be back at 10 million in 2 weeks.
My thesis in that post, I talk about how it's harder to own the growth of this like sector on chain. So I actually passed on this pre-sale because I thought that the way to own the growth of RWAs was to own the best RWAs. And so to me, that's like the best Pokemon cards are the crypto.
Let's go back to card collecting. Like the whole fucking point is like having them, being a hobbyist, seeing them in your possession, tokenizing them, retarded.
No, but they'll send it to you. That's the thing. Like I have my Charizard Holo, and I can just burn it, and then they mail it to me.
I don't know if you're on base here, KBM. Like I own quite a lot of collectibles, and they're all in storage. And the storage industry for collectibles in like Freeport.
Well, I know it's
insane.
In a very rare situation, I actually side with KBM here. Very rare.
You can do it, dude.
I don't know.
What do you own?
You could just like get them sent to you without tokenization too.
Right. Yeah.
But it's just a way to buy them. Like for me, it's easier.
On like Arena Club, if you go to Arena Club, you spin it, buy a slab, and they send it to you.
What's Arena Club? Can we see these alternatives?
arenaclub.com. Try that.
Let's bring it up in turn. Yeah, look, I don't think obviously this is not the only place for you to trade collectibles. There are other markets for it, but I think people are just thinking that crypto is going to be an easier way to do it potentially. In the same way that people are saying they're going to trade stocks on chain, they're now saying that they can trade these on chain. And
so this is like gambling, essentially, a little bit. Perfect. You pay like, if you scroll down, you pay like $1,000 for like a slab pack that's already PSA graded. It's randomized. They have their own like whatever token system in the background that they're running. And you break the pack and you get it sent to your house, et cetera, et cetera. I mean, maybe we're talking about two different things, but this just seems like, why would I need to tokenize this kind of stuff?
Yeah. Well, we need a new narrative. That's firstly what I think it
fair. It seems to be working. Like I saw the chart.
And I think this has been going on for a little bit. People have been talking about because there was Courtyard. I don't know if you know that protocol that went big, and we spoke about even integrating something like this into YEET, right? Like this was something that we spoke about. Like,
honestly, when you were saying tokenizing, I thought you meant fractionalizing for a bit. That's why I was getting so
no.
Like it's retarded. But now, like I have to backtrack a little bit because obviously it makes. I thought it was fractionalizing at the start of the combo.
Hey, well, Pokemon Grail Index would
day, right?
I was like fractionalizing so stupid. That's why I was like, you want the card, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, no, I get why you tokenize it, but like it just seems like another one of those problems that crypto's solving that doesn't really, it's a solution for a problem that doesn't really exist.
Yeah.
Maybe. That happens a lot, but maybe.
It's just an alternative, right? Like people are like, to be clear, this week, we saw Ondo just come out today and say they're going to fractionalize 100 plus stocks. You saw Galaxy said they're going to start tokenizing all their stocks. You've seen just tons of different people get into this RWA narrative just in the last 3 days. And then now it's Pokemon cards. I think RWA as a narrative feels like something that can, and it won't just be this. Like, yeah, we're going to start Pokemon cards, but they're going to start fractionalizing fractionalizing, tokenizing. I think some pretty crazy stuff, I think, over the next 6 months.
Just like there's no liquidity in this kind of shit, though. Like, at least.
Here's a good one. You guys see the tokenized like pre-IPO companies? Like you can buy SpaceX. Yeah. That's cool. Like that's not solving a problem that doesn't exist. That's actually new. The ownership structure, if you look into the legality and stuff, obviously it's a bit weird. Like I'll wait before I buy that stuff, but that's cool to me because I can't buy SpaceX.
Yeah.
I want to own it.
I think that is, and there'll always be supply of that because VCs love that as a thing. So they'll be like, they'll definitely invest in something that gets them out of their bags pre-IPO, right? That's like amazing for them. But I do think that I think it's going to move into like other collectibles. I think we've tried it with wine and whiskey and it never really took off. I think honestly, it's probably just because millennials don't invest in that much of that compared to Pokemon. Feels like Pokemon is the investment for millennials, and you need to be like more of a boomer, or at least older, to kind of get into whiskey and wine. That's my gut on this stuff.
Gen Z doesn't drink, man. Have you ever looked at that? Social trends? Gen Z doesn't drink alcohol. So that whole market might have a huge risk.
It may, but like I think my gut on collectible stuff is, and this is just, I think it's like very unique human-made items, whatever they are actually going to start trading at like a massive premium. So like, I don't even think it matters if they drink, if you own like a really high-end Burgundy or something like that, or like really unique items in any field, I think are going to start like going higher. And like anything which is like B or C tier, I think is actually going to lose its value, because like people are going to be able to create copies of it, I think, like much easier over the next couple of decades. That's my gut. With like how AI goes, with like the ability to just like create anything like super easy, and having robots make it all like kind of like what you've just seen with diamonds, right? Like they now can just make diamonds super, super easy. But so like the only thing that's going to stay valuable in that market is like the really, really rare stuff that is like almost impossible to recreate.
Yeah, I totally agree. That's why I want Pokemon cards, and only the originals and only the grails. So I think you're right. Like some expensive whiskey that's like 100 years old, that's only going to get more valuable, even if people aren't drinking as much alcohol. And yeah, probably every type of collectible. Is that the next? I don't want the whole next meta to be collectibles, man. Like I don't want to buy a classic car NFT RWA. Like,
yeah, me neither.
We did do this a little bit in NFTs. So like KBM is right. Like we did do this, but now I think the legal bit of it has been cleared in the US. So the US can now like dive into this, and they're going to act like they made it all up all over again. And I think, I don't know if it'll be classic cards. I think it could just be collectible cards. You know, like I think it could be that sort of stuff which does well. Magic the Gathering, that's another one which people get into, isn't it, from collectibles? There are some good comments.
Suzu had a tweet I saw today or yesterday, and he listed cards based on their crypto equivalent. Bitcoin was Magic the Gathering, Ethereum is Pokemon, and it went down the list. I don't remember the rest, but
that's probably a fair take. Like Magic the Gathering is seen as like the, you know, after over a decade, like nearly 2 decades, right, of cards, they've just kept their value the whole time and just continued to go up. They don't like, they've almost like matched Bitcoin or like AI for like their returns. So they've been like insane trades. I do think that those will probably continue to go higher. And I think because you have that gambling element, like you said, KBM, like they've already been brought into this pack opening world, like just with this gambling super cycle, I think they're going to stay relevant as an asset. You can't really do the pack opening with a classic car, right? Or a bottle of fucking Burgundy, right? It's just, it doesn't work. Whereas these sort of pack openings of cards is like really good gambling content. Some comments in the side. Gen Z will start drinking when they hit 30 and they pretend they discovered it. I actually kind of agree with that. I think that we're gonna come full circle on this, and I think alcohol is gonna become cool again. There's no doubt in my mind. Kook sounds like the sort of guy that paints roundabouts. I think that's reference to the English.
I take that as a compliment. I know exactly what he means. Yeah, I think at this stage in the world and the way it's going, you should paint a roundabout, man.
You out there painting
political.
roundabouts?
That's not what the show's about.
Am I what? Sorry,
painting roundabouts. You are St. George's Cross roundabout painter.
Man, I saw the funniest video earlier today. I'm gonna send it. I'll put it in our chat because it is hilarious.
You've not seen this, KBM? They're taking back England by painting roundabouts with the English flag. Yeah. Callie will fill you in. Don't worry. What is the Cardano of cards? Very true. I don't really know much past Pokemon and Magic the Gathering. This is what Spencer's like done his whole thing with Moonbirds around, right? Like he's going to create a collectible card thing, and he did it for Pudgy Penguins. I think that's relatively. I don't really know if I'd go down the list. I'd just stick to the top. Oh God.
You have to get this. I don't know if you can hear the sound or not on this, but it's so funny.
We can't. We just saw help get rid of the immigrants, which is a good start.
You need.
Put this flag up.
Here we go.
Right, Haas, hold this 1 second. I'm gonna put this flag up. This is our. You know
Born
what?
and bred in
You know
this
what?
country.
Listen. You want to do some serious
Yeah, let's go.
Right. I'm gonna climb up this lamppost.
I'm gonna go paint some roundabouts.
Listen, shut up, man. Let me just put this up.
I'm gonna go paint some roundabouts.
Can't climb up there, bro. What happened to you? Hell, how are you gonna unalive the immigrants? Hello, wake up, wake up. Unalive
I don't know.
the
Maybe it's
immigrants, bro.
British humor. I don't know what the
The
hell's going
hotel. We
on.
need to go to the hotel. Where are they kept?
You need to.
Where do they keep these immigrants? Which hotel is it?
You need some context behind it.
Which hotel is it?
Yeah,
You need
this
some
is
context.
months of contact, but that's a banger.
September 13th. You got to come to the march. Cowley's going to the march.
Big March, September 13th.
Big March, September 13th. Kook, maybe we'll fly out.
I'm worried if I touch down in England, I get arrested for memes, bro.
I just think that video is so funny. It's like, what are you going to do about all the immigrants? I'm going to go paint some roundabouts.
Yeah, that's kind of where we're at in the UK right now.
To be clear, I think there should be no issue with being able to fly your own flag in your country. Just want to state my position on that. I just found that video quite funny.
Come on, tell us what you really think. Tell us what you
I'm
really
not going down.
God. What other comments have we got here?
St. George's Cross flies high, and
Yeah, it really does.
in my non-UK home.
KBM loves Petrus 82. Probably. We're going to have some of that flying with us to Gumball. See you there.
Petrus. I don't even think I've ever drank Petrus. Actually, I'm a Rothschild kind of guy.
Oh wow, here we go.
Yeah.
So what else did we have this week? We spoke about last week that we think that Solana could have a bit of a comeback here, and Pump's had a good week. Pengu's had a good week. Fartcoin is bouncing back right now. I think Pengu released this new game, didn't they? And it's number 1 on the App Store. And we spoke about that being. I think that one could go, and I think obviously that helps Rekt. And I think Rekt's had a. Yeah. Do you want to talk about what happened with Rekt this week? There's a bunch of stuff that happened in the last 24 hours, dude.
Yeah. So we announced a strategic partnership with GameSquare, which is a Nasdaq listed company. As part of that, they're going to have some Rekt coin on their balance sheet. So it'll be the first publicly listed company with Rekt on their balance sheet. GameSquare owns FaZe Esports, which is one of the biggest esports teams, I guess, out there right now. They have an audience of about close to 300 million people. So we're going to be a sponsor, a shirt sponsor for them. We're going to have a few different collaborations upcoming with them, which will be announced in coming weeks and days, days and weeks. But it's definitely the biggest thing that we've done so far, I think, for Rekt, because it adds another layer of legitimacy. If you look at the GameSquare treasury deal that they did for ETH, there's some pretty big names involved in it, like Robert Leshner, Jerry Jones, Ryan Zero, etc. So I think we're in with definitely in with a good crowd with a very big audience. I just think the esports gaming demographic is perfect for all the stuff that we are going to be doing. I mean, right now we just have sparkling water. We're going to have other products as well coming out this year. So, this is going to be really big. I think people don't really realize how big it is yet. But as we start to roll the stuff out, people will be everyone's going to have that "oh fuck" moment, now I get it kind of thing.
I think it's sick.
Yeah.
I got a question, OSF. Do you remember when I wrote that big post about Rekt with some?
I do.
I do. I love it. Big move.
I read that and I thought, well, just wait a few weeks. Esports is one of the things Kook mentioned. So
I think it's obvious, right? Because I think Rekt is a crypto native brand, which has done really well. And then now it's how do you approach growing it into cult audiences? And I think you're right. Esports is, I don't know. So what is the deal with FaZe? It's because it's not FaZe Bank. FaZe Esports is its own, the best team, right? It's CS:GO or like up there.
Yeah, I mean, FaZe is split up into two different things. Now you have FaZe Esports, then you have FaZe Media, and FaZe Media sort of spun off out of this holding basically. So GameSquare owns FaZe Esports, and then FaZe Banks and all that stuff is basically FaZe Media, which is a separate thing.
Yeah. I think this is esports is probably the way to go. I mean, we look at it for YEET, but there's so many in that sort of world.
Should we run these spins?
Oh God, are we there?
Yeah, we're there, bro.
This went by really fast.
Yeah, well, we had a lot. We went through Kook's getting cancelled, then Gainzy getting cancelled, then the leaderboard, then tokenized Pokemon cards, then a little bit in Pengu and Rekt, I guess. I think, just to sum that up, I do think that Solana and Solana Eco looks good here. I think I prefer the Solana ecosystem a little bit more. Like, I think Pump looks good.
Can I get a take?
Yeah, you speak.
I just want to get a take from you guys before the show ends about this, because we'll look washed if we don't discuss it. But re-Solana and re-Pump, the Pump changes, the dynamic fees, and this new like kind of creator capital markets. It's been around. They've been talking about it, but these fees, now they're saying creator capital markets are huge. I'll give my take really first quick. I think that the trade is on Pump, not individual CCM coins. What do you guys think about the fee changes and creator capital markets?
I think Pump looks cheap on a valuation metric already, right? Like, it makes 50% of the revenue of Hype and trades at a 12th of its market cap. So it should theoretically be like multiples higher. The thing that I think Pump, we all said, needs to do is be more than just a buyback coin. And I think this is their best shot now at producing an actual creator platform that works. And I think that means it should be re-rated a lot higher. That's my gut. Like, if they can make the streaming bit of that site work, I think it can trade 10 billion plus, like, very quickly. But I also think that your biggest streamer fat fingering his coin probably isn't great marketing 24 hours after that happened. So I don't know. I'm sure they weren't happy about that as well.
I've met Gainzy once. Fun guy.
Yeah, he came to Rekt, didn't he? Once.
I can't. Yeah. He was off his tits.
He was gone.
He was on one. Yeah.
The game's gone.
But he said he liked my art. It was a really nice thing to hear.
That is nice. Gainzy and I hung out many times.
Yeah, I think you may have been even there, KBM, when I met him.
Probably. How do we select the winners here?
So YEET board is broken.
Wow.
But numbers 3 and 23 are ineligible. Okay, so we're doing calculator.net. Wow, fuck me. At least we've got yeet.com logo. 5 and 12. But aren't we just doing number 1 wins one of these? We said this week. The first guy wins because he's like 90% of the volume each week. I think let's just pick 2 out. The first 2, I think, let's do 5 and 12 and number 1. So 5 and 12 and number 1. So okay, go Alex wins because he's just like, yeah, he's winning done way too much. Freaks and Lombordo. Okay, let's run that. We've actually had some very good runs on Lamb Chop KBM without you.
We're about to go to the barn today.
Was less good, but the week before.
Who's playing? Or no, like, who won the spins? I wasn't saying.
This is okay. Go Alex is our number 1 affiliate.
Okay, go Alex.
I think we kind of want him. So it's $1,000 that we do it with, right?
I don't know. I've never done this.
Yeah, 1,000.
All right, who's playing first round?
I'll do first.
And who's this for?
Okay, go Alex. We'll go 4 times.
What?
4 times. Go 4 times. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. What do you think here? This is our number 1 guy. Like, winning $1.5 grand is quite nice for him, I think. Are you in the chat? Okay, go Alex.
Where is he? I'm looking right now.
He's like
Yeah,
Alex.
like if he's doing that much volume, he might be a degen and he's yelling to jump. But he might want the money too. It's a nice.
He's a bit of a degen. He is a bit of a degen.
I know him. He's in there often. I'm looking
Go
at the
go 3 times. Go 3 more times, I think, and then we'll
3 more.
Or 2 more. 2 more. Let's get him $2,000. Let's get him $2,000. Oh my god. Oh.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Where is he?
Fuck. Yo, he's in the chat. He's in the chat.
Chat.
What do we think, chat? What do we think? One more time?
One more.
Hold on.
What do we think?
Let's see if he responds. I'm looking at the kick chat now.
What does the chat think?
I'm scared, he said.
I'm scared.
Well, does that mean you want to cash?
You want to keep it or not? Barn. Having fun. Stop. What do we think? Do one more.
Fuck it.
Oh no! No!
He said that, not me.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
Oh my god. That is horrific.
Yikes.
Fair's fair. You still get $500, Alex. We went for it with you.
We get 500. That's gross, though.
We will. You're still in it for next week. That is.
Who's up next?
Who's up next? Lombardo.
Lombardo? Who's playing for him?
I think we should all do it. OSF, why don't you do the first couple? See where we get to.
Yeah, jump. Stop. I've had a premonition.
Let's go.
I was not wrong. I was not.
To the tracks? What are we doing here? No, KBM.
I'm powering up. I'm powering up, bro.
No. We're at 2. What do we think here, OSF? Are we meant to do this?
I'm feeling. I think
I clicked it. You can't let me on the sticks.
Oh my god, to the tracks. Is Lombardo even
saying to the track?
to the tracks. To the tracks.
Come on.
To the tracks.
Yes.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Usually.
Shut it down.
Lombardo.
Wait, Lombardo's in the chat.
What are you saying? What are you saying, Lombardo?
All right, he wants to stop.
Stop.
He's like, stop, please, guys, stop.
Oh,
Great stop.
There it is.
Oh my god, Lombardo. He's in the trenches. $2,000 win there. That's amazing. That is amazing.
All right, next one.
All right, Kook, you wanna drive for the first bit of this one, Kook?
Sure, yeah. Go 3 to start.
Okay.
Okay. I feel like. So who's this guy? What was his name?
This is for Freaks. Who sounds like he wants to go to the bar.
Freak says Kook for the win. He's in there. I can see your comments, Freaks. What, do you want to go to the tracks, bro, or do you want to shut it down?
How far do you want to go?
Tracks, W round. What are we gonna get
there?
Let's wait
Let
and
us
see
know,
what he says.
Freaks. Yeah, because I got my theory that two karate kicks on the wolf in the last one, you might not get one. Kook's decision.
It's Kook's decision, he said.
Kook's decision. Oh my goodness.
You know what, Freaks? They're telling me I rugged everyone yesterday or today, so I'm gonna send you home with the win here, bro. I'm sorry if I'm a pussy, but let's
What's going on with the screen? Is there one more after this? Is there one more after this or no?
No, that's it. We're cashing.
Now it's gonna be casino, but
oh my!
Oh fuck! Sorry, Freaks. I'm sorry.
Kook mugged again.
I gotta drive for somebody.
Oh my goodness!
I think we go. Okay, go Alex. Redux run.
Yeah, you want to run for OK Go Alex one more time? KBM does a final to the tracks for OK Go Alex.
No, we're going barn.
We're going to the barn.
No, we're not. All right,
it's over.
We try our best.
All right.
You guys never get anyone in the barn. No one knows what's in there.
That was a lot of fun, guys. We will see you again next week. What a show! What a show!
That was a really fun
show on
had a
CT.
great
I swear to God, I think it's the best show on CT. We will hopefully not get canceled again next week. Who knows? Maybe we will. It's always good content. We will see you again, same time. What is it? Noon Eastern. And that was Rekt Radio. Cheers for coming, guys.
All right. Bye bye.
Thanks, guys. Have a good day.